Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Shovel and welcome back to Black Ops 2. Now I am on somewhat of a recording marathon. These are probably going to go up with one day in between, but in reality they're all done like 5 minutes apart. And so I had a lot of fun doing the last one, which was just a full-length gameplay rather than like doing the highlight reel like I have been doing for a while for my tip videos and that, where I really don't need that much time to talk. But so, you know what? I think I'll just do another one. And this is an awesome Guardian spot. There's only one way into this little room here, and I don't know, I like it. Now, this is one thing I just want to mention before I really start talking too much. I've been playing around a lot with LMGs lately. I haven't been too happy with just doing the standard SMG gameplay like 99.9% of the community seems to be doing. So I want it to be a little bit different. I find messing around with different guns to be a lot of fun. And I don't know, I'm kind of in the middle of where I should be playing with my LMGs here, because I find definitely when I run around I just get mauled by the people using SMGs and shotguns and all that. But at the same time, it's not as much fun always just to sit there here like this and look at all those AGR kills. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's my favorite kill streak. I love it. But so, I'm kind of in the middle. I don't know. I definitely feel like this was a very campy gameplay. But I don't know, it's so hard to run around with them, but at the same time, when you kind of sit back as long as you can, if you can get a good setup like this, you can just destroy everyone, because those SMGs, even though they seem to have forgotten to put recoil with them, they still, I don't know, people don't aim them very often. They always seem to hip fire them, so a lot of times people, I think, get caught off guard when they actually have to aim for a pretty difficult kill to get. But so anyways, with that off my chest, to kind of like explain why I'm so campy, and yes, I am kind of trying to mess around to get a nice balance between rushing and camping and kind of slow down my play a little bit. I figured since I've played the game for so long now, I did my initial impressions. This is going to be somewhat of like an after impressions kind of game, where I talk a little bit more about what I think of Black Ops 2 now that I've played it for a while. I think I've logged over 48 hours in it in total since it came out. I mean, that's not a ton for the amount of time that it's been out, but it's enough for me to have a full feel of the game and understand what I like and what I don't like about it. And to start off with, some of the things that I love, and man, I laid here for a long time. It didn't seem like that long when I was looking at this at first, but that was a long time. So anyways, some of the things that I love the way Score Streak is set up. I know I did a commentary in Modern Warfare 3 about whether or not I was excited about it and whether or not I was worried. And for the most part, I was kind of worried about how score streaks are going to be if they balance them properly, and I think they did a fabulous job of it. I love them, the score streaks themselves, they're fun to use. Like I've said, I love the AGR, I don't know, it's reliable, it's fun, I enjoy it, and it's just a great time. I think the way that was done is just fabulous, you know. I think it's a really good setup, and it really adds in, you know, a dynamic of playing the objective, and I think it's awesome. But there are some things that I also kind of really don't like, but before I say that, I love the attachments. Target finder, scopes that see through walls, that's awesome. Iron sights on snipers, it's amazing. But certain things that have come to my attention I'm not a huge fan of, like the really heavily weighted SMG gameplay, you know. The game was designed for rushing, and that just spells SMG to me, you know. Running around, throwing yourself on objectives, I think using an SMG, and especially with how good they made them, they definitely need to be kind of taken down a notch in my opinion, because they kill a bit too fast, you know. People say MSMCs kills in 3 bullets at close range, but I don't know, I feel like I get 1 or 2 shotted by them so often. Maybe it's the fire rate. I know the Scorpion Evo's a bit interesting to go against, but I don't know, I think SMGs really could use a little bit of balancing in that respect, you know, so I could safely run around with an LMG a little bit easier. But it seems like a game built for rushing, and yet they put in a bunch of guns that it's really difficult to rush with, like these LMGs. You don't really have a choice. You need lightweight then, and I can't remember the name of it right now. Marathon, one that lets you run for longer periods of time. But you kind of need those, and that kind of takes away a big dynamic of the game. And so, I don't know, I feel like maybe SMGs could use a little bit more balancing, make them not so strong. I understand in close quarters they should be strong, but at the same time, they shouldn't be able to outdo an LMG at bigger ranges. So that is my opinion. I know a lot of people disagree because of the amount of people using them. Chances are people that disagree are going to be the ones that are using them, and I feel bad that I died to that guy. I feel like I should have got him. But I know so many people use them and enjoy them, so some people may not agree with me, but I personally feel that. And also, you know what? I think that there's a real problem with hipfire in this game. With the laser sight and that, it's like there's no incentive to aim. You know, an LMG, the hipfire is garbage. When I get a hipfire kill, I'm probably the most shocked person on the planet when I get one, because I don't know how it ever works for me. But at the same time, there just doesn't seem to be like an advantage to aiming with these SMGs. Sometimes when I hipfire, I get killed faster than if I actually aim. And I think there needs to be more of an incentive to aim. I don't know, maybe they need to take away the headshot mechanic for hipfiring or something, so that it's kind of reserved for if you actually aim. Like right there, I can't believe I got that! How did I manage to get a headshot by hipfiring that guy? I, of course, find an MSMC on him. What other guns are there? But so, I don't know, that's my personal opinion. I think maybe they could tone them down a little bit, but overall, I love the game still. I think it's a lot of fun. And I really like the way the Pick 10 setup works, and I think that makes it really dynamic and a neat addition, the way they set up the, I guess the challenges for getting gold guns, and the goal of getting diamond. That was just unlucky. God, you know, those hunter killers, they find me everywhere. And I wish they also showed the kill cams in these replays. Maybe there's a way to turn it on and I'm just totally missing out, but I have not found one yet. But so yeah, I love the game, but there are a few things that I wish they'd change. Definitely tone SMGs down and things like that. Definitely tone that darn Remington shotgun down a little bit more. But other than that, I love the game. Still a lot of fun. So I figured I'd give you guys that update because I was kind of out of things to talk about. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.